Hi, I'm Emma Patterson, and for the Unit 3 essay, I am doing case study number 26, Patagonia Takes the Next Step. For the first quadrant of the Potter box, the definition: Patagonia, an eco-friendly activist company, and a social purpose native, as referred to in the book, since its founding in 1973. Their founder, Yvon Chouinard, was against a 2017 proclamation made by President Trump to reduce the size of two Utah national monuments, Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, drastically in size for the purpose of mining and drilling. This was officially passed in August of 2019 by the Bureau of Land Management. Patagonia then immediately chose to respond on their website with a quote, "The president stole your land." This initiated a response from House Committee on National Resources Chairman Rob Bishop. He began to slander Patagonia on social media. Patagonia then responded back on social media, and Chouinard was offered to testify against Bishop in Congress, but he declined and instead took to CNN, announcing that he was suing the president. Then, in 2018, Patagonia chose to take an unprecedented step by backing or endorsing two Democratic candidates for the Senate. They made a statement saying that this was not to defend any particular political party, but to, quote, protect the future generations that want to see wild places. This would have previously been considered illegal. However, in 2010, there was a Supreme Court case, Citizens of the United States versus Federal Election Committee, to strike down the McCain-Feingold Act. It was declared unconstitutional, but in this act, basically, corporations were not allowed to back political candidates, regardless. But it was considered against the freedom of speech, so it was ruled unconstitutional. Therefore, Patagonia was allowed to back these political candidates. However, the question remains: should we allow corporations to endorse political candidates with money, with advertisement, in any type of way? The values in this case, I would say, are transparency in government, law superseding emotion, because obviously environmental and social issues are very high in emotions on either side. But all people do deserve to be treated equally under the law, and corporations are, at the end of the day, run by people. The upholding of constitutional rights, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, etc. The principles that I think apply to this case are Aristotle's mean. I think it is extreme to allow corporations, companies, to just endorse whoever, whenever, politically, with money and advertisement to the umpteenth degree. There was a good statement made in the end of this case. Might a future presidential candidate election ask us to choose between candidate A, endorsed by Coke, Amazon, and Walmart, and candidate B, endorsed by Apple, Pepsi, and Google? I find that to be concerning. However, I also think that they deserve the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. I also think that Rawls' veil of ignorance makes sense here. We have to step back and step into the shoes of the people that this is affecting most, and that is the native people whose land is being mined and drilled upon, because they feel the effects more than everyone else. The loyalties that I personally have are duty to society and duty to self. My personal moral beliefs side with environmentalism more often, and I know that's not entirely realistic, but that is where my loyalties lie, and that ultimately is loyalty to society and their well-being as well. Thank you.